Hi, Brooke Hagerty today on today's episode of Serving Carol. I'm back at the Hampstead Farmers Market with Marlene Duff and Sharon Callahan. And today's a very special day here at the Hampstead Market. Can you please tell us a little bit about it, Sharon?
Absolutely. This is our third annual Farm to Fork Day. And Brooke, we've asked you here today because you're going to be our chef and wander around and meet with our various vendors. And they're all local farmers and artisans, but you'll be getting food and fruit and goodies from them to prepare healthy food serving Carol.
I am definitely excited about this. I was wandering around the market a little earlier today. I saw some beautiful chicken, I saw some bacon, I saw some gorgeous peaches, some beautiful corn, some amazing looking fresh celery. So it's going to be a great time here at the market. Hey, what else is going on around here today?
Well, first of all, we have so many vendors here. There's at least over 20, wouldn't you say, Marlene?
Yes, today.
Vendors here. We also have Dan Ortel from our local Snap Fitness Center. He's here with one of his clients doing a demonstration on when you go to a gym, what do you do? And he's here to help with that. Then also we have a young lady, and her name is from?
Melanie Burdick from the Carroll Hospital Center.
And talk about healthy living and healthy eating. So that's what this is all about today. So Melanie will be here to talk to you and to help people decide exactly how they should be eating and living more healthy.
Okay, sounds terrific. Looks like I've got my work cut out for me today, keeping it healthy, keeping it real here at the Hampstead Farmers Market.
Good morning. As I told you, this is Brooke. She's the food chick, and we're here to get chicken from you as we had for Brooke to cook today. Faithful Friends Farm is right up here on Black Rock Road, which is better known as Route 88. It's a family farm, and they have chickens and eggs and children and an adorable little goat.
I know, I saw the goat. I was playing with the goat earlier today, and I said, boy, that goat looks like dinner.
Here we go.
Okay, so we're going to start today. We're going to start. This is a whole chicken that is already, they have it already cut up for us here at Faithful Friends Farm. So this is already cut up, so we'll get that started in our bag, and we're going to head on back down the way, and we're going to get some veggies and some breads and some dessert items, and we're going to have a great time. So let's keep going, young lady.
Let's go.
Okay.
This is Jessica White.
Hi,
White
Jessica.
Family Farm.
Nice to meet you. I met you before.
Yes, you look
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. So here we've got Jessica now. And Jessica, I see you've got this beautiful yellow variegated squash.
Yes.
And I would love to get 2 pounds of that if I could use that today for my...
I'm going to let you pick out whichever one is the right
Okay,
size
I'm going to
for
pick
you.
out whatever I want then, okay? Look at how beautiful these are. They're nice and bright, nice and fresh. I always smell them from the stem. You can smell how fresh they are. Sort of like with a cantaloupe. You know how you push on it? This is what I say. This is what my mother taught me. So I push on the bottom here, and if your stem pushes here, you know it's nice and fresh. So obviously, this was probably just picked either yesterday or first thing this morning. So we're going to grab 2 of these. I also saw that we've got some beautiful celery down here. Look at this gorgeous celery. This is wow. This is as fresh can be. It's going to go beautiful with this nice squash here. And then I also see a little Swiss chard here, which is another one of my favorites. Is this the Bright Lights variety?
Yes.
Bright Lights variety is one of my favorites, so I'm going to grab a couple of these as well. Okay, so we're well on our way to creating a fabulous farm to fork feast. So we're going to load up our bags some more, and we're going to continue on our way through the Hampstead Farmers Market. Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Thanks. Okay, I'm now here at the Country Heritage Stand, and I'm back to see someone who's become near and dear to my heart, and that is Susie Lawrence and her mom. Susie, what do you got for me today, young lady?
We have lots of cookies today.
I need some pound cake.
We have some pound cake today.
Okay, Susie's got some sour cream pound cake for me. We're here again for the Farm to Fork Day at the Hampstead Farmers Market. So I'm going to grab a couple of pieces of pound cake here that we're going to use for our dessert today. I'm going to hold these in my hand because I don't want them to get smashed. But look how beautiful this pound cake is. So far we have the basis for our entree with the protein and with the vegetable to go with that. We've got dessert. I think we're going to need something to start with. So let's head on down the way. I spied up some beautiful tomatoes down the road. I've got some beautiful fresh herbs at my stand, and we're going to get started cooking in just a little bit. Let's go get some more food. Okay, we're here now at the Lock Haven Farm, and Lock Haven has some fabulous meats. I was here earlier, and I asked him to pull out a little bit of bacon for me. because I love bacon to go with corn, which is going to be one of our next stops. You have that bacon for me?
I do.
Fantastic. I'm very excited for this. It's absolutely beautiful bacon. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so we're on our way. We're going to continue on our journey on our fabulous Farm to Fork Day here at the Hampstead Farmers Market. Okay, so now I've looked at this beautiful corn that I'm going to pick up. We're going to make a fabulous corn and bacon dressing that's going to go right on top of our chicken. I want to thank the young ladies. Thank you. We'll be back with money. Okay, fantastic. I like this place. Now we're going to go over here to Winspear Farm.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm great. I'm back for the tomatoes that I pre-ordered, young man.
Well, I sit there. I wanted to select you. Wanted to save them for you.
Okay,
I guarded
fantastic. Now, what type of tomato is this today?
This is an Eva Purple Ball. It is an Amish heirloom.
Okay.
And that is actually a lemon boy.
A lemon boy.
A lemon boy. A little bit of a tartness to them.
Okay.
They've been very popular for me this year.
So these will be really nice with a tomato caprese salad, correct?
Should, yes.
Yes, that's what we're going to turn them into
A little
right now.
different, a little different than perhaps the standard of the Cherokee purple,
Okay.
but they'll work nice.
Okay, so thank you very much, dear.
No, my
Again,
pleasure.
Winspear Farm, beautiful tomatoes here at the Hampstead Farmers Market. Okay, I'm now with Melissa from the Fruitful Farm, who I met at the Carroll County 4-H Fair, her and her wonderful family. And not only do they have steers at their farm, they have fruit at their farm. So we've got some peaches today.
Yep.
You've got white peaches and yellow peaches.
White and yellow.
What do you suggest best for grilling?
Definitely the yellow.
Definitely the yellow. Okay, can I get a small bucket of yellow peaches
You
then?
sure can. You want this size or this size?
The small one.
This
Yeah,
one?
we're going to go ahead and we're going to use these beautiful peaches.
There you go.
And we're going to do these with grilled pound cake today.
Oh, that sounds
That's going to be absolutely wonderful. Okay, thank
All
you,
right,
Fruitful
thank
Farm. Okay, so here we are. We're now back at my stand. I'm taking out all of my wares. I'm going to start with my chicken first, and then we're going to get that all cleaned up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this chicken going with some olive oil on it, and we're going to get it on the grill so it gets a chance to get a nice char to it. I picked up the whole chicken from the Faithful people. Nothing like a brand new sharp knife. And here we go. We've got my chicken here. Wonderful. Okay, so I've got this gorgeous chicken. Look how beautiful this is. Obviously very, very fresh. We're gonna get a little bit of olive oil. Today I'm using an olive oil truffle dressing. So it's got some nice truffle in this, so you're gonna get nice earthiness out of this. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, we'll get that oil on there. I always have my handy dandy spices with me. I'm going to start with, again, a little truffle salt. So I've got truffle salt here. You want to use that pretty generously because the salt's really going to help to bring out the flavors, the natural flavors of the chicken. Then I've got my ever faithful lemon pepper, which anybody who knows me will tell you that I love lemon pepper. I've got this beautiful basil. I bought a living basil plant because I actually went through all of my basil at my house this year. Okay, so now I've put my basil in with my chicken. I'm gonna do something a little different. I want to add a little extra oomph to my chicken today. So I've got this beautiful cilantro. So I'm just gonna pull some cilantro, just nice big pieces off from here. I'm being careful not to get too much of the stem in there. I don't want the stem in there, but I want the beautiful flavor of the leaf of the cilantro. And this is going to add a nice little smokiness to our chicken dish. So we're going to put this on here. We've lathered our chicken very, very well with the olive oil, and that's going to help with the grill so that we're not getting too much stickage on the grill. And the chicken will tell you when it's ready to come off the grill because it will pull off by itself. We won't need it. We won't need the chicken to. We won't need the chicken to stick. It won't stick that way. So I've got my nice hot grill here. We were set on medium high. I'm going to put this skin side down right on our grill on medium-high heat. You can hear that sizzle. Beautiful. Again, they cut this chicken beautifully into whole pieces. So I've got breast, I've got thighs, I've got drumsticks. I've got all these beautiful herbs on there. Wings. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, take a look at that. How gorgeous is that for everyone? That's going to be a beautiful thigh. Again, we're going to go skin side down on that. I'm going to put that on there, and we're going to let that work. We're not going to bother that. We're going to let it do its thing, and we're going to come up here and we're going to talk about a little bit more food, some other fresh, delicious things that we have going on here. So we've got our chicken on the grill. That's going nice. Now, to that chicken, I want to do something a little different for a sauce to go with that. So I have this beautiful smoked bacon. So this nice smoked bacon here. What we're going to do with this bacon is we're going to cut it up into strips, into small strips, and we're going to fry it up, and we're going to add some wonderful local corn to this. There we go. You can hear that sizzle. So we're going to throw this bacon in there, and then I got some beautiful corn. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. You can tell when corn is fresh when it just pulls straight away. Bingo. Look how beautiful that is. And we're just cut this corn straight down. While we're cutting the corn down, and you can see the milk coming right off from the cob. Absolutely beautiful coming off from that cob there. Okay, so we've got our bacon cooking over here. I'm going to stir our bacon up.
The best place to get it is like
We're going to let that get nice and crispy. That'll take just a couple of minutes there. While that's doing that, I'm going to add our corn in because we're going to get that nice milkiness from the corn. And I'm going to do something that you probably are going to think that I'm crazy for doing, but I'm going to take this cob and I'm going to put it right in there because as the heat permeates into it, the milk, it's going to create milk from the corn. And that's gonna continue to add, it'll add a little juice and it'll thicken on its own for us. So that's gonna be really, really nice. Again, I'm gonna go just a little dash of olive oil in there. I'm gonna stir this up so everything gets nice and combined. And I still wanna bring out the earthiness of everything that we have in here. So one of the things that I'm gonna use, again, is I'm gonna use my truffle salt. Bingo. And then just a little bit of lemon pepper in this. You don't want to overpower it with the lemon, but one of the things I love about cooking with lemon and lemon pepper is that it doesn't really mask the flavor of anything. Lemon seems to enhance the flavor, much like salt does, I find. So we're cooking there. This is going to turn into a nice little salsa eventually for our chicken. And while we're here, we're going to take a look at our chicken and see how it's doing. Oh my gosh. This chicken is looking beautiful. Wow. Thank you for cooperating and turning. Okay, so we're going to leave those on there. They're cooking gorgeous. We've got our corn and bacon salsa cooking. But one thing that we always want to start with, who doesn't want a beautiful fresh salad in the middle of summer? And you know, here in Carroll County, we are very, very fortunate to have some amazing farmers. And these farmers, they've done some wonderful work with their crops this year. Even though it's been a rough summer for us here in Carroll County. It's been a very, very rough summer. We've had a lot of rain. We've had a couple of hot spells, but just not a super hot summer. So tomatoes had a really hard time this year coming up. Now we're at the end of August, nearing the end of August now, and all of a sudden we're getting these beautiful tomatoes. Take a look at these bad boys. These are going to make a beautiful tomato caprese salad. I've got some fresh mozzarella. Again, I've got some beautiful fresh basil. I'm going to be using a little bit of truffle oil on there and a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Balsamic vinegar is really going to bring out a nice flavor in the tomatoes. Beautiful tomatoes, some fresh mozzarella balls. You can get these. The wonderful thing about fresh mozzarella now is that you don't have to go to a specialty store. You can fresh mozzarella is available at most regular grocery stores nowadays, which is absolutely wonderful. I think it's fantastic. And then again, I've got my fresh living basil plant that we're going to use. Okay, so we're going to take our tomatoes. We're just going to slice the tops off, and look how beautiful they are on the inside. You get a nice thick cut here because you really want to taste that tomato. Again, beautiful on the inside. How gorgeous is that?
And a ham and corn chowder.
So we're gonna layer our tomato, and then we're gonna have a nice big slice of the fresh mozzarella. It's gonna go in between. See how pretty that is? Whoops, let's get a big slice in there. Again, I'm going to grab my fresh basil. I'm going to cut it the same way I did as we did with the chicken. We're just going to roll it nice and tight. We're going to roll nice and tight here. And we're going to do a chiffonade cut, nice and thin. So it's like it'll come out like little ribbons. Now again, you all know I am the food chick, but I'm also a part of Buds at Silver Run, which is who I'm representing today here at Farm to Fork Day. So I've got some beautiful heirloom tomatoes with the fresh mozzarella, fresh basil, and the reason I mentioned Buds at Silver Run is because this is one of our staple items in the summertime. Beautiful salad here. I'm going to drizzle just a little tiny bit of the olive oil on here. You always want to find a good quality olive oil. You want to make sure it's nice and dark. And you always want to store it, if you're not storing it in a dark bottle, you want to store it in your cabinet so that it doesn't go rancid on you. So I've got a little olive oil on there. Now I've got, again, a high quality dark balsamic vinegar. And that's just going to get a little drizzle on there as well to add a little pop of color there. And a little bit of truffle salt. So that's absolutely fantastic there. So here you go, beautiful tomato caprese salad, heirloom tomatoes, beautiful fresh mozzarella, and fresh basil. Okay, so while we've got our bacon and our corn cooking, our chicken is still doing absolutely beautiful on the grill over here. Wonderful. We're gonna give that a little turn. See, just like I told you, when it's ready to turn, the skin will loosen up. There we go, beautiful. But we need a little veggie to go with this. And I don't know if you recall, but I found this beautiful variegated yellow squash. So we want to go ahead and we're going to do this in long strips today. So I'm going to cut it in half this way. So I want to be able to get it on the grill. Just nice long strips here. And I also bought some Swiss chard, some Bright Light Swiss chard, and some fresh celery. This fresh celery is absolutely beautiful. But I think what we're going to do with this is we're actually going to leave this celery whole by itself. We're going to throw it on the grill right before we serve the squash. And we're going to pull it off so it'll just give it a nice smoke flavor, nice freshness. Renee, give this a whiff. Tell me what you think of that. Have you smelled anything so fresh? Absolutely delicious. And then we've got the Swiss chard too. Again, with the Swiss chard, I'm going to throw a little bit of the Swiss chard into this beautiful bacon and corn relish that we're doing for our chicken. So let's go. You know me, I like to play with extra virgin olive oil. Little extra virgin olive oil here. We don't need much on this. We do need that salt because we want to bring out the earthiness of it. Again, I'm using the truffle salt. But I want to add a little something extra to this. One of my favorite spices that doesn't get used an awful lot is cumin. Cumin is a nice smoke flavor. You'll find it, people use it a lot when they're curing bacons or when they're making barbecue sauces. People don't often think about it on a vegetable. We'll put a little more olive oil on there so we don't have the stickage on the grill. Our chicken's cooking nicely. and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add, oh my gosh, that chicken smells beautiful. And we put our long strips on here. We're gonna have those here. We're gonna put this grill right back down here again. We're gonna let this get a nice warm char to it. We've got our chicken cooking. We're about 10 minutes away on our chicken. We've got our beautiful, absolutely beautiful corn with bacon over here. One thing that I want to add to this is I want to add a little fresh cilantro. Again, this is turning into a little bit of a Spanish or Mexican themed meal today, which works just fine with me because it is the middle of summer. And who doesn't like a little Mexican meal in the middle of summer? I know I do. So there we go. We've got our beautiful cilantro. Again, and look at the gorgeous color it's gonna bring. Now, I had a lady that was here earlier talking to me about some of the foods that I was making. She was telling me that she really likes super spicy foods. That's the wonderful thing about cooking, is that cooking is very subjective. And if you want things super spicy, you can always add to it on your own individual terms. So we've got this here. It's, again, nice and beautiful. The milkiness from that corn cob is fantastic. We're going to go ahead and pull that corn cob out of there because we got everything out of that we needed. And this is beautiful. We've got our heat off now on this. So the corn has soaked up the grease, any of the grease from the bacon. And again, that's just going to add flavor for our chicken. Okay, so we started our meal today with the tomato caprese salad. We've got our chicken and our squash cooking now. This is going to be our topping for our chicken. So what's going to come next for us? Well, I don't know about you, but I love dessert. And I got some beautiful pound cake here today, and I got some gorgeous peaches. Who doesn't like a nice, beautiful grilled peach on a piece of pound cake? What I'm going to do with these peaches when we grill them, I'm going to go ahead and get them prepped and ready now, but we're not going to grill them until after we take that chicken off. We're going to start them up on a top rack so they get warm, and then we're going to put them back down after we pull that chicken off. So I've got my peach here. I was told to get yellow peaches for grilling, so that's exactly what I did. Look inside there, nice and beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the rest of the seed out, which is coming out beautifully. So we've got our peaches here, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to put a little balsamic vinegar on here. Okay? The acidity of the vinegar, the sweet of the peach once it hits the grill. And then again, I'm going to go back to my new secret weapon I told you about, which is the cumin. Just a little bit of cumin on there. We're going to rub that in ever so gently. And we're going to go on the top rack of the grill. Okay, so we're continuing now at the Hampstead Farmers Market. We've got our chicken on, we've got our squash on, we've got our bacon and corn relish cooking, and I've got Megan Ratty here. Megan's from the Community Media Center, and I was introduced to Megan because Megan is part of this beautiful project, the History Project. Can you tell us a little bit about the History Project?
Sure. The Carroll County History Project preserves the history of Carroll County through videotaped interviews, and this summer we're focusing on farm families and farmers in Carroll.
Terrific. And I know you've been interviewing a lot of people all over the place. I know you were in Sykesville a few weeks ago. Today you've been wandering around here talking to people, and I think we're focusing on the Slice of Life initiative.
Yes, absolutely. So the Slice of Life initiative preserves family recipes because food is, of course, a big part of culture and family history. So today we'll be taking Brooke's recipe with her chicken and her corn and bacon salsa and adding it to our Slice of Life recipe online initiative at carrollhistory.org. And we are asking anyone with other great family recipes to share them with us.
Please do share. I love working with the Community Media Center. I'm a volunteer with them, and this has just been an eye-opening experience for me, seeing every facet of Carroll County. It's been a great experience. Megan's been wonderful to deal with. Everybody's been fantastic. But right now, we're going to get back to some food. Are you a little hungry?
I'm hungry.
She's a little hungry. Okay. So we're going to let's platter this up. You can see how in under 30 minutes, I've grilled a whole chicken that's been cut into pieces. We've got wings, we've got thighs, we've got breasts, and we've got drumsticks. Here we go. We've got this beautiful, beautiful squash. Variegated yellow squash. Look at that, how beautiful that is. Isn't that going to be pretty on a plate? Let's go ahead and take our celery because we want to continue with our bright colors. This smells so wonderful right now. I wish you all were here to smell it with us. Okay, so now I've got this off. I'm going to take my peaches. I'm going to put my peaches right on the flame. We're going to cover that up. I got this beautiful, beautiful pound cake from Country Heritage. This is their sour cream pound cake. I'm going to take just a tad bit of my extra virgin olive oil. And when I say a tad bit, I mean a tad bit. And I'm going to rub that on there. There we go. And I'm going to put that right on the grill. We're also going to grill that. So that's going to be beautiful to have. Okay, so now we're flipping our pound cake. You see these beautiful grill marks on there already. So I'm going to go ahead and pull our peaches off. We'll get our peaches sliced while we're waiting for the pound cake to get some more grill marks on it. Terrific. Get my grill turned off because we are good to go there. Beautiful pound cake. And a gorgeous fresh peach. Yum. And then what dessert would be complete without just a little bit of fresh mint? So I've got some gorgeous fresh mint that we're going to put right on here for a nice finishing touch. So here you go. Pound cake, grilled pound cake with grilled peaches. A little balsamic vinegar on there, just a tad bit of olive oil and fresh mint. Well, folks, I think that's what we have for today. We've had a wonderful time here at the Hampstead Farmers Market, their Farm to Fork Day. I want to thank Sharon and Marlene and everybody for being here today. It's been a wonderful opportunity. We started off with this gorgeous tomato caprese salad. We moved right into our chicken with the bacon and corn relish. Beautiful grilled squash, variegated squash with grilled fresh celery, and then straight up to it. We stayed on our grill for dessert, and we kept it proud, Carroll County proud, with local made sour cream pound cake and locally grown peaches with a little balsamic vinegar. Coming to you from the Hampstead Farmers Market for Serving Carroll, I'm Brooke Hagerty, the Food Chick.